This is a video about how to set up Facebook Business Manager. You may have been asked to do this because you've got an external company managing your advert accounts, or perhaps someone set up a Facebook ad account for you that they're now transferring over so that you can also access it. They're great for managing multiple ad accounts, so very common to be using them when you run an agency. But also, if you're a business and you've got several different members of staff who need to be accessing ad accounts, and perhaps you also want to grant people different levels. So you want some people to be able to view, but perhaps not to be able to go in and edit adverts. And then you've got other people who that you can have like a full admin rights. So this is very similar to how you've got the different levels of user access that you now have on Facebook pages. This gives you the same for pages plus advert accounts. It's if you go to business.facebook.com, you'll see this is branded up as Facebook for Business. You can log in using your normal personal Facebook credentials, although it's a completely kind of separate side of Facebook. So your work colleagues, people who you are sharing access within Facebook Business Manager, do not necessarily become Facebook friends, and they certainly don't have access to your kind of posts on your personal Facebook wall unless you make those totally public. So enough about what it is. How do we actually set it up? Pretty simple. Just go to business.facebook.com and go here to create account. At which point it's going to ask you to log into Facebook using your personal details. So no problem at all logging there. In this case, I'm actually going to choose create new account because I'm setting this up for a staff member who creating this using her work email address rather than using her personal details from Facebook. So either way, if you've already got Facebook login details, no need to change them. You can go through there and hit login. Here we're going to choose create new account. At which point it's actually going to prompt to go in and set up a Facebook profile. So I'm just going to go through here. Privacy reasons, I'm just going to pause the video at this point while I enter in passwords and date of birth. Come and join me again shortly. So I finished setting up that new Facebook profile and I'm now back in business.facebook.com. So you see it looks slightly different because I'm now logged in with a Facebook profile. So at this point it's prompting you to actually create a business manager account, and if you want to find out more you can scroll down and see all the reasons why you should, but in this case I'm just going to go in and choose create account. Now at this point this is showing you how you can actually create a brand new account. I'm going to do an example here, so I'm just going to call this Alice Black because we're just setting this up as a test one to show you. Continue, business email address, and do the same. Obviously you'd be filling this in with the correct information. Finish. So here we are in Facebook Business Manager, which is what it looks like. Skip through, sorry, all the stuff there. And you'll see at the moment this is now almost like an empty vessel. There is nothing sat within here in terms of there's no pages, there's no ad accounts, etc. At this point you can either it tells you you can either create or claim a page, create or claim an advert account. So it's at this point that you can do exactly what it says. If you've already got Facebook pages and advert accounts, you can import them into your business manager. If you need to create some brand new ones, you can. So what you've got up here is you'll see these little settings for business manager, adverts manager, etc., etc., business manager settings. So this is really the kind of the menu here that you use a lot. Also the search here is great, either for searching for different businesses when you've got lots of ad accounts added, or even just different sections. So for example, if you want to go to billing, if you just type it in, it's probably going to say no results because you don't have any ad accounts set up yet. But it's the fastest way to navigate around. So you'll see here, gives some examples of the different tools, lots of help. But that's how you set up a business manager account. I'm now going to log out of this one and log into mine. and show you some of the slightly more useful things that you might want to do once you've got Business Manager set up. So here we are inside my Business Manager account. For reasons of privacy, things are blurred out so you can't see client ads. But at this point, I now perhaps want to add Alice into my account. So at which point I'm going to go here into my Business Manager and I'm going to scroll down to Business Manager settings, because what I want to do is add a person and then I can assign the different assets. So they call both add accounts and pages, etc. They just all come under kind of the assets label. So I'm going to go to Business Manager settings. And at which point it's going to give me the option here to add new people. So you'll see here off the various settings that I can either add someone in using their email address. So it doesn't matter if they've not added in their own Business Manager yet. I can then also choose, once I've popped the email address in, whether I want to add them as an admin or as an employee. So as you'd expect, an employee can view settings and be assigned to the accounts, but they don't have any right to change the actual settings of Business Manager, add or remove other people, etc. So again, use your common sense here about whether the person you're adding should be an employee or an admin. If in doubt, add them as an employee, because you can always upgrade them as an admin at a later date. So at which point I'm just going to choose here, add people. And it's now going to ask me to assign pages that I want to Alice, and also choose the role. So you'll see there's a complete list here of all the different pages, again blurred out for sensitivity, but I can add Alice into them in bulk by ticking absolutely everything here potentially. And again, I've got this choice here of roles. Do I want to make her admin, editor, page moderator, page advertiser, page analyst? So if you want to learn more about what all those roles are, fastest thing is just click on the link at the bottom of the list. But that's how you assign different pages. I'm going to skip through that for now, and exactly the same here for assigning into different advert accounts. So this is how you can add people if you're in a larger organisation managing multiple ad accounts. You can add different people to only the projects they're working on. If you're using Business Manager to manage just your company, then typically every member of staff who's added in will have some sort of role on your page and or your advert account, otherwise you won't be adding them in via Business Manager. So I'm just skipping through all this rather than assigning any particular ads. Product catalogues relate to primarily e-commerce websites. So if you're not an e-commerce business, you will probably skip straight through this. And then finally, it's saying the invitation is now being sent to Alice, so she will have something in her email which is encouraging her to come through and join my Business Manager account. If she hadn't already set up a Business Manager, she'd be prompted to do that through that email as well. Just hit close and we're all done. Showing as pending here because she's not accepted the invitation, but you can see by default here that there aren't any pages or ad accounts assigned to her, and I'll show you in the next screen how you can now assign specific things once people have already added themselves into Business Manager. So I've moved into a different section of Business Manager, still under People and Assets, but whereas before I was on the People tab, I've now gone one step down here to Pages. And you'll see that I'm on this particular page here, and it's showing who is already added. So we have 3 page admins here. You can see this one here is slightly blurred out because this person isn't using Business Manager. They were added as an admin directly through the Facebook page settings, which is probably how the majority of you watching this video have been adding people in the past. You'll also see that there's a partner section. I'll just show you quickly. These are for third-party apps that have been granted access to the to the page for advertising purposes. So that's generally what partners are. They're normally apps rather than actual physical people. So now I want to add Alice here, and you'll see it's pretty simple up here. We've just got add people, and she's there by default. This is where you'll see that the drop down is giving me the options of these different roles here. So page advertiser just allows us to do advert related things with the page, whereas page admin, they can also pop on content, add other users, etc. Editors and moderators are slightly stripped down versions. They can do things on the page, but they don't have full admin rights. In this case, I'm going to make her a page admin. So that means that she can carry out pretty much everything on the page. The one thing to be wary about with page admins is they can kick you off even though you're the owner of a page, if you're not using Business Manager. So be careful about who you add as admins. If in doubt, make someone either a page editor or a page advertiser. But if you trust them, make them a page admin, and you'll see there that I just hit Save Changes, and she's now in the list as a page admin. So I hope you found that useful. I will film another video which will be linked below this one about how to add new pages and add accounts into your own Business Manager, but it'll be in a separate video, link below.